Nation, we got a goodie today. Let's get it. Salute to everybody already here in the building. Do me a favor, if you guys are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button. Also, wipe them feet. That means hit those thumbs up around here. We are not going to waste any time here, you guys. With no further ado, we got our latest Raider wide receiver, Dante Thornton Jr. in the building. What's good, my brother?
What's good, man? I'm good. Chilling.
Are you out there in Phoenix, huh? Getting that training in?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Got to get right.
I love it, man. How does it feel, man, to work your entire life to get to this point, man? You know, you hear your name called in the fourth round to a legendary, historical franchise in the Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders. How does it feel, man?
Man, it's crazy. Like, it's an amazing feeling. Like, I'm so excited and happy and grateful to be a Raider. Like, I can't wait to get on there and get to work, but it's definitely a dream come true for me. Like, of course, growing up playing football, I always want to play football my whole life, and just knowing that I'm playing football at the highest level, it just feels amazing for me.
Yeah, and you got rookie training camp coming up. How you feeling?
I'm excited. Like, ball my life. Like, that's all I care about. So I'm now in a position where I can only focus on strictly football, and I had to worry about school or anything else like that. So I'm very excited for it.
Take us through the journey, man. You know, you start off born in Baltimore, right? How was that, man? Because I got a couple homeboys from Baltimore, man, and they love their city to death. They will remind you that they're from B-more 10 times a day. You already know. I know you guys love your city, man. Take us through Baltimore and your upbringing.
So I grew up in a neighborhood called Cherry Hill.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't say it was the best neighborhood or anything like that, but I grew up there. I had fun while I was a little kid, but I still was playing football and things like that. When I was in 7th grade, I had moved with my uncle.
Okay.
And then I lived with my uncle. He lived in a different part of the city. I had went to like a private school and stuff like that from 8th grade through high school. Then I was still focused on football through there. Get through all the college recruiting, get a bunch of offers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I went to Penn State like my sophomore year of high school, but my dream school was Oregon. So like at the time, Oregon didn't offer me, so I had committed to Penn State. Then like 2 months after I committed to Penn State, Oregon offered me. I go on a visit, I fall in love with it. So I decommit from Penn State, ended up going to Oregon like that next year. So
that's crazy. Now since you're from B-more, I gotta ask you, man, do you have a favorite character on The Wire?
You know what's so crazy? I've never watched The Wire.
What?
Like, I was young. So like, it probably was even before my time. So it was like I ain't really watched it. I watched clips of it, but I never sat and watched the whole Wire.
Oh man, now it's time to binge watch, man, because you're gonna see all and be like, wow, I know this area. The greatest show ever written in history. Facts. So look, man, your journey starts in Oregon, and at one point you enter the transfer portal, which eventually led you to becoming a Tennessee Volunteer. And I want to ask you real quick, your time in Oregon, you briefly wore number 10. Today they announced that you're number 10. So we had a few ideas. We had Tennessee, right? I seen somebody say Dante Thornton, right?
I ain't gonna lie. I like that. That's different.
Hey, that's kind of cold, right? I kind of like that.
I know for myself, like I'm gonna go with Mac 10, but like it's really because I'm really Mac 11, like that's my name, but I ain't got number 11, so I can't really use the Mac 11. But I can go Mac 10. Sure.
I like that. But you start in Oregon, man. Take us through that process, and how did you end up eventually going into the transfer portal and ending up in Tennessee?
So my first year at Oregon, that was like the year that after COVID happened. So a bunch of the older guys came back that next year, and I took it as like my learning year, whereas though I was gonna get in there, learn a playbook, let an older guy take me under that wing and just show me the ins and outs of college football and stuff like that. And throughout that season, I made a lot of plays on offense, but I didn't start and nothing like that. And then like on the back end of that season, I started like the last 3 games. But after that, my whole coaching staff left and went to Miami.
Yeah.
So I was going into the portal then and go with them to Miami. And then my offensive coordinator that came in was Kenny Dillingham. And like me and him had a great relationship through recruiting because he was at Florida State and he was trying to get me there. So when he heard that I was trying to leave Oregon when he was just getting there, he called my family and stuff, talked to them, convinced me to stay. So I stayed that year. My second year at Oregon, similar to my first one. I was making some plays, but I wasn't starting a lot. Then on the back end of the season, like my season went up like a lot in terms of production. Like
Yeah.
one of my best games of the season was at the back end. I had like 4 or 5 catches, 155 yards, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kept going up. But at this point, my offensive coordinator at the end of the season, he had got the head coach's job at Arizona State. So he told me like it's a possibility that he's going to take the job. So when he told me that he did take the job after we had lost to Oregon State, something like that in the last regular season game. So he said he was taking the job. I entered the portal that next day.
And how did you end up in Tennessee, and what made you make that decision to go out there?
So I visited Auburn, Arkansas, Miami, and Tennessee. For me, it was between Tennessee and Miami, because Miami is like my whole coaching staff there.
Yeah.
In Tennessee, you look at how Jalen Hyatt just won the Blitnikoff that season before, and just seeing how explosive the offense looked. For me as a receiver, I felt like it made way too much sense for me not to go there. So like at the end of the day, I ended up going to Tennessee for that reason.
I love it, man. Real quick, let's kill a narrative here real quick, Dante, because the thing that you keep hearing, right? Everybody keeps praising your game, but the one thing that the media keeps spewing is that you have a limited route tree, okay? And this is the thing, right? You're a product of the Tennessee system. When you go look at some of your tape at Oregon, you see way more than what meets the eye. And I got a chance to cover you at the Shrine Bowl. I didn't tell you when we were talking, before, but I seen you, in person doing your thing. What do you tell people that say you have a limited route tree going into the next level? And how do we kill that narrative? Because everybody just knows you as the speedster, but it's not just that.
I said, like you said, like if you look at the Oregon tape, one thing that like when on draft day when I talked to Coach Pete Carroll, he said it himself. Like if you look at the Oregon film, there's a lot of stuff you can see that people don't see that happened in these past 2 years when we playing at Tennessee. So if you turn on my 2 years of Oregon film, you'll see me running true routes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I just take it as a challenge, and I'm gonna just keep. That's like I'm not gonna say I'm the best route runner in the world. No, it's definitely stuff I gotta work on. So I'm not gonna sit right here and say like, yeah, I don't need to work on anything in terms of my route running, but I know I need to work on it. But to say that like I can't run a route, so I have a very limited route tree, just means that you haven't watched enough of me to know that.
Facts. Just I'm telling y'all now, turn on that Oregon tape. You'll see some things out there. 6'5", 205, running a 4.3, man. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Who are some wide receivers you model your game after? Because I always hear DK Metcalf, Martavius Bryant, the White Tiger. Who do you model your game after?
So me personally, like when I was younger and like up until these past few years, it was Calvin Johnson and Julio Jones. That's what I model my game after. But now I've been watching a lot of Nico Collins. So I say just a combination of those 3 guys, and then some Justin Jefferson and T. Higgins, but definitely the first 3 that I said.
I love that, man. I love it. You led the FBS with 25.4 yards per reception, 661 receiving yards on only 26 receptions, which is crazy to go with 6 tutties. I couldn't even imagine the numbers you would have had if you had more opportunities out there in Tennessee. What are you bringing to this Vegas team right now?
I'd say, like everybody like can see, I'd say like a deep threat receiver, but also a great person. Like there's a lot more to me that people will get to see off the field than what you see on the field. I definitely say I'm a great person. So you're going to have a dominant football player that's willing to do whatever it takes to make everybody better and himself better. But at the end of the day, I'm also a great person off the field, and people will be able to see that personality side of me like once things get going.
I love it, man. You are definitely a good person behind the scenes. Since I've been talking with you, when you got a really good manager, I got to say salute to Kyle as well. He set this all up. We started chopping it up. Kyle is a good dude. I told him, when you guys get to Vegas full time, let me know if you guys need anything, want to find some restaurants, all that good stuff. Kyle he's a real
my dog. That's my dog. He the man behind the scenes that nobody really know about.
Yeah. Nah, I rock with him. I rock with him heavy, man. How excited are you to play with veteran quarterback Geno Smith? and arguably the best tight end in the game right now with Brock Bowers only going into year 2, and the potential generational back in Ashton Genty. This, Dante, could be one of the best, one of the funnest offenses this year in year 1 in your rookie season. Like, how do you feel and how excited are you with these
Man,
opportunities?
I ain't gonna lie, like it give me chills because it's like it's times where you see teams that are good, but then you got a team like us that have like so many different pieces. So it's like just seeing when they all get put together and they work the right way, how it can be. I feel like we will have probably one of the best offenses in the NFL. So just knowing that I'm going into that is like very exciting for me. Like I've talked to Geno a few times, so I'm
Yeah,
very excited to get down there and work with him. And then like you said, Brock Bowers and Ashton Jennings, like that's a crazy combination. But
I mean,
with having both of them, it'll make my workload a lot lighter
yeah,
because in game they not worried about me. Yeah, I'm a fast guy, but you got to worry about this running back and this tight end that's going to take over the game. So now all the attention
yeah.
on them. Now
I mean,
me, I'm open.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we gonna work hand in hand though. I'm excited for it.
And you got a guy in Geno that can throw the deep ball. So like this is going to be fun. Have you spoken to any of your teammates in that wide receiver room yet? The Jack Beshes of the world, Jacoby,
I
Trey
talked to
Tucker?
Jack Betch a lot. Like I talked to Jack Betch. I talked to him yesterday actually. I
Okay.
talked to him almost every day this week. I've talked to him. I talked to Jacoby Myers after I got drafted. He had texted me, reached out. So yeah, I definitely talked to a few of the guys.
What's your first impression of those guys? I got a feeling that you and Trey Tucker are gonna have some fun.
Yeah, he
You
texted me
know,
too. Tucker texted me too.
I
But no,
love it.
definitely some cool guys. For they all just like let me know like congratulations on everything, and if I needed any help with anything, just to let them know. So I definitely appreciate them for that.
I love it, man. How does it feel to be coined? And I know you're really young, and this is year 1, but we have one of the former greatest owners of all time, and you are being coined the Al Davis pick. You know what I mean?
I've been
Al
saying
Davis
that
loves
so
speed.
great.
Like that's insanity to be coined that. Like, does that put a little extra pressure on you going into Las Vegas?
Cause yeah, it really does. Cause like when I first started saying, I went and looked it up. So I started looking at the different stuff that he was doing in terms of the receivers. I'm like, dang, it really makes a lot of sense. So like with me
Yeah.
having that tag on me, it feels good. Like I know I got big shoes to fill in with that, but that's the extra motivation to keep going.
He bringing the James Jets, the Rocket Ishmaels, the Jacoby Fords. He loved speed, man. What does it mean to go into a building? And this is kind of crazy as a guy that is entering year 1. You get an opportunity to have a career where it starts with head coach Pete Carroll, an offensive coordinator, and Chip Kelly that's coming off of a national championship, right? Tom Brady, who's a minority owner, who's going to be heavily involved with what you guys got going on out there. No debate needed. The greatest quarterback of all time. You got, Patrick Graham and those guys out. How does it feel to be surrounded around just proven winners as you enter the NFL? Like, this got to be crazy.
Man, I'm so excited. Like, yeah, of course, everybody's dream is like to get drafted number one, like first round and all that stuff. But I feel like in my story or my like path that God had for me, like it wasn't meant for that to be like what it was for me. But God put
Yeah,
me in the perfect position and perfect spot to be able to excel and accomplish the goals that He had in place for me. So I feel like me dropping to the fourth round and getting drafted to the Raiders was probably the best thing that happened to me. It's like
yeah.
I'm just excited to be able to have that opportunity and then live out that with also living out my dreams of playing football. So it's crazy for sure. Just being
Have
around
you?
so many different parents and knowing what I can learn from them.
I know you haven't gotten to Vegas yet, but have you spoken to any of the legends yet? The Tim Browns, the Charles Woodsons, the Marcus Allens, the Howie Longs, because they're heavily involved. The alumni is always in tune with everything that the Raiders have going on. Have you had an opportunity to talk to
No, I
those guys
haven't
yet?
really had it. I was planning to talk to any of those guys yet.
Okay. Okay. You haven't had any interactions with Mark Davis yet, our owner?
Not yet.
You're gonna have fun. He's a
I
good
can't
dude.
wait. I can't wait.
Question:
But
Top
yeah, I
five
did
wide
talk to them. Nuts.
receivers. Top 5 wide receivers in the NFL right now, Dante.
That's tough. That is tough. You talking about like my
Preference.
personal top five?
You're personal. You're personal.
I'm gonna go
Take your
Jettas
time.
at one. I'm gonna go Jettas at one.
Okay.
Damn, damn,
It's
this is tough.
tough.
This
There's a
tough.
lot of them.
This tough. I'm gonna go Jettas at one. Jamar Chase at two.
Got you.
Mm, damn.
You want to throw
It's
Nico
tough.
Collins in there?
Oh no, Nico in there. I'm trying to
Okay.
see. Like I gotta look at how it was going. I'm gonna go Nico at three. Now this way it really get tricky because let me see.
Malik Neighbors. You got, there's a ton of talent out there. Take your time.
Damn, this hard. That's hard, bro.
We'll end it with Jacoby, and we'll end it with Jack Besh.
See, there you go, right there. We good.
Yeah, I love it. We'll put some Raiders in the mix.
Yeah, that's hard.
4th round, pick 108. I don't know if you're really familiar with our leader and our guy in Max Crosby. He also went in the 4th round at 106. 2 picks before you. So it definitely, you can have a long, illustrious career coming out in the 4th round. Have you spoken with our leader yet? Has Max reached out to you?
Yeah, he texted me like as soon as I got drafted. So I definitely talked to him a few times about it for sure. I can't wait to meet everybody in person. Like, yeah, I talked to him through Instagram and stuff, but actually like seeing those guys in person, I'm very excited. But I definitely talked to him though.
Max, man, is such a good dude. In person, teammate. I've always heard great things about him, and in my interactions that I've had with him, we talk a lot through social media and stuff and catch up. But man, you're gonna have some fun because that motor is relentless. Not like he's gonna you guys are gonna come in year 1 and be like, oh, okay, this is how we set the tone. Because Max is just that set toner, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for you to be an opportunity to see him. All right, quick question for Raider Nation, because we have a ton of people in the building right now. I think right now we have almost 1,000 people here in the building. Okay. So I want to ask you this: how much do you hate the Chiefs, Browns, Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers right now, Dante?
Hate all of them. Can't wait I hate all of them.
I love it.
All 3 of them. Hate them.
Get used to that because you're gonna see a lot of F the boats and F the donkeys, and you're gonna see a lot of that in your comment section every single week. Yeah, so stay tuned. Let me get the chat involved real quick. And once again, salute to our guy, Dante. He has an interview with ESPN right after this, you guys. So salute to our guy for taking some time out to kick it with us for a minute. Salute to my guy, Q. Why do you have to leave my Ducks? But nah, glad you balled out, and you are now on my favorite NFL team. Salute to Q. My little bro, Andy, asked a question.
I'm a Duck at heart.
I love it. My brother, Andy, asked you, where's it at? Let me see. I'm going to try to find this real quick. Pass blocking. Where do you see yourself with that? Where do you see yourself? Do you like run blocking?
I'm definitely for sure. My whole idea behind the blocking in terms of run blocking is if I block for the running backs while they running, they gonna block for me in pass pro. So it work hand in hand. Yeah. So I have to block them for them to want to block for me.
I love it. Space Beast says, when did you find out you were fast? When did that come together?
When I ran that 40. The fastest 40 I ran before that was 4.40. And I ran that 2 weeks before the combine.
So, man, you went out there and just lit it up because the speed was different at the Shrine. When we were at North Texas and I was watching you during Shrine week, it looked different. It looked totally different. I mean, there were some other guys out there lighting it up as well, some speedsters out there, but clear cut, you were a little different than everybody else out there. And I'm not saying that because you're a Raider now. I
appreciate it, definitely.
You know what I mean? What you got going on out there in Phoenix, man? When do you actually get to Vegas and get the ball rolling?
I get to Vegas May 8th.
May 8th. So
May 8th.
Rookie training camp is May 9th to the 11th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm excited about it. Salute the naming as well. Go route or slant routes?
Go route.
Come on, man. It's a speedster name. You already know what time it is. Have you been in the stadium yet? Have you ever had an opportunity to go?
Yeah, I've been there twice.
Okay, so you did. Okay. What do you think about your new digs, man? Because we have one of the greatest facilities in football.
I love it. And we indoors, so it's even better. We ain't got to worry about no weather.
I love it. Salute to James as well. Dante, welcome to the nation. Can't wait to see you work, my brother. Salute.
I appreciate you, man.
My guy, James. Salute to Space Beast on his way to a 4-2. I love it. All my guys in there, Morte says, welcome to the one and only nation Raiders. That's one thing you got to adopt is you can't allow anybody else to say nation when it comes to the teams anymore. Like Cowboys Nation, Broncos, none of that doesn't exist no more, Tay. I'm trying to tell you now, bro. And you got to make sure it's always Raider Nation with no S. because
They
they'll kill
they
you.
told me about that. They told me about that part. No
Yeah,
S. Yeah.
they'll kill you for that. Salute to Kenny. Congratulations. Welcome to the nation. What corner do you want to challenge? Great question for my guy Kenny in the building.
Like we said, we hate the Broncos. So one of those guys up
Ooh.
there, I
Get,
say,
get a chance to see Certain, Jade Barron.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
going. I ain't gonna lie, that would be so crazy. That's going to be crazy.
what's your thought process on Ashton Genty, man? Because he was clear cut the greatest running back in the nation last year in college football. Like, I don't want to, because you're his teammate. This may sound like I'm cheating a little bit here, but like, how does that translate to the NFL level? Because he just does everything right, Dante. Like everything, vision, balance. I mean, the yards after, like, it's insanity, man. Like, what do you think that he can be at the next level? Because there's so many comps to Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders and the MJDs of the world. Like, can he be one of the ones at the next level?
I definitely feel like he can. Like it's hard. It's hard to like say someone in that position won't be good when you can't tackle him.
Yeah,
Like he's a wrecking ball like that just runs around the field. So
yeah.
we're gonna see for sure. But I definitely feel like he's gonna be one of the best running backs in this NFL, especially with his first season. And I'm just excited to be on the same team as him. I don't want to have to go against him, so I'm glad we're on the same side.
I want to put this out there as well. Salute to this is JPJ's mom right here. She always supports the channel. This is Jackson Powers.
Mama.
Yeah. So salute to
Yeah.
Mama Powers. She always comes through and always talks about the Ducks as well. You know what I mean?
Mama
So
Jen.
there you go. So
That's
salute
she
to.
family. That's family right there. She family for sure.
She said, "I love this kid." Salute to Steel Cage, Cliff Branch 2.0. And this is one of those organizations, Dante, where we've had some great wide receivers, the Fred Biletnikovs, the Tim Browns, the Jerry Rice played for a little bit. We've had we've had. Can you be that next guy for us, man? Because we need it.
I have to. Yeah, I have to be that guy.
I love it. Salute to Spoon. He says, Uber, young blood. Salute to my guy Spoon in the building. Salute to Q. He says, what's your favorite route to run? Is it the out route?
I say a post, like a big post.
Ooh, okay. I like that. Salute to my guy Rick in the building as well. He says 75 catches, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns.
That sounds like a great first year for me.
I love it because, I mean, there's so much talent on the offense. People aren't even talking about Michael Mayer at this point, Dante. Like, this is another guy because everybody just Brock Bowers, that kid is a former second-round pick. I'm a Notre Dame guy. So, I'm very familiar with Michael Mayer. Like, this dude is going to be a stud in that offense as well. It's kind of like a pick your poison type situation. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
I'm excited to see. Let's get a few more questions in, you guys. We're going to do about 30 minutes, and we're going to allow our guy to get off. Look, once again, he's doing media week right now like crazy. He has an ESPN interview right after this. So get a few questions in before we get out of here. And we'll save some for our next interview as well. We're going to make sure to keep Dante in the loop and have him make sure he frequents the show. Demokes, he already talked about that. He says, what do you think about our quarterback one? Oh, so Demokes is a huge fan of Aiden O'Connell. So when he says, what do you think about our quarterback one and Geno? You trolling Demokes. You troll. See, I love Aiden O'Connell, but it's clear cut that Geno Smith's our guy.
Hey, I'm excited to play with all my quarterbacks. All of them. All of them.
My guy already knows how to work this media thing, and you love to see it. How do you feel about some of your other teammates, man? James Pierce, first round, goes to Atlanta.
Man, I'm excited for everybody, man. Like, just knowing how much work we all put in together, just saying it all work out for them. I'm just excited for all of them. Like, when I seen James' name pop up, it felt like I got drafted. Especially, really, when Omar got drafted, that one hit like a little different for me because me and Omar transferred in the same time. And we both committed at the same time. So, like, we've been tight ever since we transferred to Tennessee. So, seeing him get that goal accomplished for him was, like, amazing for me.
And you get to face him twice this season.
It's going to be a legendary jersey swap.
I love to see Dylan going out to Cleveland as well. He went out there with Judkins, right?
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
That's going to be a crazy 1-2 punch. That's nasty. He says, DTJ is about to blow the roof off the place. Salute to my guy, Mark, on a $2 special. Salute to my guy, CGR, in the building as well. Coach wants to ask the number 10. I think we talked about it briefly, but is there anything behind the number 10?
So it was like when I was younger, I wore number 10. My first year at Oregon, I wore number 10. So it was like I had 4 options for like the number I was gonna pick, but when I seen the 10, I like it was finally like a time for me like to start my own legacy with a number. And I feel like 10 was just the perfect one.
Have you got a chance to speak with Chip Kelly yet?
No, I haven't.
Are you excited?
He recruited me before. I'm excited because just like you said earlier, like how what he just did with OSU, and we played against him, and I seen how it looks. So knowing that I'm on the good side of it, I'm excited.
Was there any call like with the Raiders before the actual call? Like, did you speak with the Raiders?
Yeah,
Was there any?
I had met with Coach Beatty like 3 days before the draft.
Okay.
That met like 3 days before the draft. That was pretty good. And it's crazy because like I didn't remember because he recruited me when he was with Pitt. He had came to my high school when I was in the 10th grade, but I didn't remember. And he had told me that. So just saying like knowing that we had that same mutual connection from like a few years ago is crazy.
Did you have a feeling about a specific team taking you? Was it like something that you were like, I just have a feeling that this specific team? Was there another team out there that spent more time with you? Because there's a lot of like smoke screen around this time of the year where
it really is. I actually thought like the Titans were gonna get me.
Okay.
Because they had that first pick in the 4th round, so I was thinking they were gonna get me, but when they didn't, I was like, I don't know how this is about to go now.
That's funny. Take us through the call real quick. Take us through the call real quick, Dante, before I get you out of here, man. How'd that feel, man?
That's gonna be something I remember for the rest of my life. Like, I'm gonna tell my kids about it. But we sitting there like it was a 8th pick, I think. So we sitting there, and like my phone ring. I look at the phone. I look at my dad. He was sitting to the left of me, and then I like froze up. So I answered the phone, and then I heard Coach. He was like, "How you doing, Dante? You know we love speed." And I really couldn't say nothing, so I just kept saying, "Yes, sir." And then Coach Pete Kerr got on the phone. He started talking about like all the Oregon stuff, me blocking and things like that, and how excited they were to pick me and stuff like that. And then when they announced it on TV, it was so crazy to me because I had my whole family with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely like a quick moment. Like I ain't gonna forget that ever.
Outside of rookie minicamp, man, what's next for Dante, man? Are you looking forward to just getting to Vegas and just kind of just hitting the ground running? And have you found a place yet? Like what's going on right now in the world of Dante?
I'm definitely in the process of getting a place out there, but I'm gonna wait a little bit until like after minicamp and stuff, so I can really lock in on ball. And then once we get some time off, I'm gonna get into Saturday with it. I'm really just focused on getting down there, put my head down and working until we get that next little time off, whatever it may be.
I love that because the one thing that this regime focused on in this draft class was character. You know what I mean? Like you see it from everybody. You see it from yourself. You see it from Jack. You see it from Ashton. I mean, Caleb Rogers, Charles, like all these guys, man, are high character guys. And, you know, I just want to say, man, you know, we've had some things in Vegas, you know, happen prior. Anything can happen in any city. And not going to go into detail with certain situations and stuff, but I just love that the way this regime went about their business. You know, I think that they got the right guys. I think that you guys are going to gel so great. I'm calling 3 or 4 starters year one, and I do believe that the 2 offensive linemen that we got in Caleb and Charles are going to end up being starters at some point very, very soon down the line. But I love what they did in this draft class, and I want to ask you real quick too. Is there any thoughts on Cam Miller, the kid out of North Dakota State? I know you got a chance to play with him at the Shrine Bowl. And what do you think about Tommy, man, the kid out of Montana State? Because this dude is transitioning to wide receiver as well. He's going to add some firepower in that room. What's some thoughts on those 2 guys?
Cam is a great quarterback. Like you said, I played with him at the Shrine Bowl, so I have a slight connection with him. But I actually reached out to him once I seen he got drafted and told him, like, I'm ready to get back to work. Like, we just was with each other at the Shrine Bowl, and I just keep building on that. But with Tommy, I'm excited because, like you said, he was a quarterback. But
yeah,
I was watching a podcast with Max Crosby, and he was talking about Tommy and like how quick and elusive he is. So just saying, like, he was a quarterback, knowing the knowledge that he have as a quarterback is going to make him like an even better receiver. So I'm just excited to get to work with everybody.
I love to see it, man. Once again, Once again, you guys, we hit that 30-minute mark. I'm not going to hold my guy too long. We'll get some more questions in the next time. One more time, man. Salute to our guy. Congratulations, bro. I want to say this, man. You did something that most people are never going to be able to do in their life. And I just want to salute you, bro. And I want to say that you're now going to be a part of the greatest fan base in the world. You're in great hands. The fans are going to love you. Salute to you for fulfilling your lifelong dream of playing in the NFL. Once again, if there's any help you need transitioning into Las Vegas, reach out to me, bro. You already know, DM me. Your manager has my number and all that good stuff. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to. And I want to connect you with my guy Dylan too. Your new teammate Dylan Lauby is my guy. He's out there, our running back, former 6th-round pick out of New Hampshire. I'm expecting big things from him this year. I think you guys together would be fun to watch because he's vibrant. He's a funny dude too. Like I think you and Dylan would be dope, man. Once again, we got over 1,000 people. You want to plug anything? You got anything? Tell people where to follow you on social media.
Man,
what you got going on?
Y'all can go follow me on Instagram at Mac11 with 4 underscores. My Twitch is IamDTJ11. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for sure. Raider Nation.
There you go. Yeah. I love it, man. Hey, take a breather before that ESPN interview. My dog, I appreciate you once again for pulling up on short notice too. My guy, man, real quick. We made this happen fast. You know what I mean? Yeah, so next time, man, we'll get a little bit more detailed and we'll have a little bit more fun. I know this is the craziest week of your life right now. So get to it, Tay. I appreciate you once again, brother, and good luck with everything moving forward, my guy.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I appreciate you.
My dog, man. Salute to Dante Thornton Jr., man. Appreciate my guy for pulling up as always. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history as always. Appreciate you guys for rolling. If you guys want to kick it for a few minutes, we definitely can. Once again, my guy had a ton going on today, so I didn't want to, talk his ear off. So if you can kind of tell, I was trying to just get some questions in quick, fast, and in a hurry. He was kind of freestyling some things, but we'll definitely have our guy back on the show very soon, especially somewhere where he's neutral with some great Wi-Fi and it's not clicking all over the place. So salute to my guy, Mark, man. Great vid, Graphk. Salute to you. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to Kenny. Salute to CGR, man, in the building. Thanks for blessing us with the interview, Graphk. Salute to my guy. And I'm working on a few others as well, you guys. I think I actually locked in 2 of them. So stay tuned. We're going to have some UDFA fun, and I may have locked in another draft pick. So stay tuned for that as well. Salute to BT. I appreciate you. Salute to Wade. I appreciate you so much. Paul, my guy, congratulations, Graphk. Great interview. Dante is going to be fire. You love to see it. And salute to everybody watching on Twitter. Also, if you guys can wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got a show planned tomorrow, you guys, so I should be doing a coffee and convo, hopefully. If not, maybe a show tomorrow night, so stay tuned. The latest, we will be back Sunday. We have a ton of shows lined up here, this month. It's going to be a lot more slower these next few days, but camp is starting to pick up, so we're going to try and have as much content out there as we can possible, you guys, so stay tuned for that. LV, I got you, my brother. I promise I'm on my way. And we will be driving out to Vegas, LV Maximus, in 3 weeks. We'll be out there. We're going to be in California for a few weeks for the summer. So actually probably longer than that, maybe even a month. So we'll be stopping in Vegas for a few nights. I'm definitely going to hit you up. I'll give you the Airbnb information and all that good stuff and pull up on us, man. Salute to my guy, Morte, man. Not Raiders related, but found out recently my mother-in-law's friend's daughter is dating Cam Scatterboo. Yo, Morte, that's dope. Sacramento proud. Salute to my guy, Cam Scatterboo, on becoming a New York Giant. That's funny, man. Salute to my guy, Morte, in the building, man. Simple as F. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Dan, I'm working on it. I reached out, and I also reached out to his people, just waiting on a response. So stay tuned for that. I reached out to every Rook, every UDFA. Some have marketing, teams. Some don't. You got to kind of just, wait for that response, whether it's through social media or through email. But stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Once again, man, salute to Dante for pulling up. I know he had a busy schedule today. Last minute, they had something lined up with ESPN. So, I didn't want to. We were going to do an hour-long show, but I just tried to just fill in as many questions as possible before my guy got out of here, man. Salute to Cane Town, my guy, and salute to CGR gifting 5 OLV Raider Network memberships, my brother, and salute to Top Beats as well, gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My guys, I appreciate you guys so much. Salute to my mod fathers in the building. If you guys missed out on those 15, make sure you hit the link. It's pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on over here. These next few months are going to be kind of up and down with the content because there's not going to be too much to talk about. So it's always a blessing, man, to get those members up, man. So I appreciate you guys. As always, salute to MGs. It's GSPN. Talk that talk, G's. Talk. Salute to I Need Coffee. Graphk, you're better than ESPN. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. That means a lot. Salute to Gio as well. Thank you, Graphk, for always putting on the best lives and connecting the nation to the players. Man, I tried, my brother. Salute to you, Gio, on the kind words, my guy. Yo, Leon, yes, we did a 30-minute interview. So if you get a chance to, run it back when you get an opportunity to. Salute to my guy, Leon. He's been around for many, many moons. Isaiah says 1 gorilla or 100 people. Let me say this, man. All you need is Deuce Gruden, Isaiah. That's all you need. You don't need 100 people. You can keep them other 99 motherfuckers away. Bring in Deuce Gruden. He will beat the dog shit out of that ape. One-on-one. Salute to Isaiah, man. Salute to Space Beast. That was dope. Keep Raidering. Salute to my guy, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Salute to DeMarcus. Yes. He sent that to me the other day, that interview where Genty definitely was like, George Halani is like a big bro to him and definitely a mentor. You love to see it, DeMarcus. Rube is the GOAT. Rube is one of the GOATs over here. Rube has been saying it that George Halani is the GOAT. And now the new GOAT, Ashton Genty, has praised him and called him a big bro and a mentor. So you love to see it, man. You definitely love to see it. Let me see. Kenny says, how do you feel about us looking at Ramsey? I love it. I love it. He's only due $16.6 million, I believe, this upcoming season. I think that's all the guaranteed money left on that crazy contract. I would definitely bring him in. It probably wouldn't cost you anything, more than maybe tops a 4th round pick because of that nasty contract. 4th, 5th round pick potentially. I think they're just trying to get him out of there. I think Miami's trying to kind of slowly turn towards a rebuild of sorts. They got some aging stars out there and Jalen Ramsey and Tyreek and all those guys. So I would definitely take a look at it. If it just cost us a 4th or 5th round pick, but anything more than that, I'm not doing it. Kenny, I'm not giving up even a 3rd round pick for, a 30-year-old Jalen Ramsey. I'm just not going to do it. But I would love to have him in the silver and black. He's always preached about, wanting to play for the Raiders. At one point, he said he was pretty much, scratching and clawing at the opportunity to play for the Oakland Raiders when we were out there in the Bay. So I would love to see him in the silver and black. Edgar, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, brother. And Alec, I wouldn't say he's still a top guy, but at this point, let's just say you brought him in and he was a 1B. Look, that's great. We still have a very unproven corner room. You got Eric Stokes, a former 1st round pick that hasn't worked out the NFL level yet. Durability issues. Outside of that year 1, he's kind of struggled a little bit, right? We're hoping that he can, turn it around this year. You got Jacorian Bennett coming off an injury, and he had a really good season up until that point, but can he replicate that? You got DeCameron Richardson, who went through his bumps and bruises last year. This is an unproven DB room, even with, Darian Porter, a guy that is, moving over from wide receiver to corner full time. So I would love to see Jalen Ramsey come in and be that leader in that DB room, and then maybe potentially slowly, transfer into the safety position the way Charles Woodson did at the end of his career with us, where he played really, really well for us at the end of his career. Let me see. Salute to Loso. Charles Grant's going to be be getting looks at guard or tackle this year. I think that they want him at tackle eventually. I think that, I love what our brother Wasted said, that, with Caleb Rogers, if they put him at guard, which they probably will, they probably look at him as a guard, that he'll translate well at the next level. So, but I'm looking at Charles Grant as a tackle, me personally. I'm looking at Caleb Rogers as a guard. Let me see, get a few more questions in. Yeah, got a family, definitely. Definitely. We're still working on the time and date. It'll be here very, very soon. They just sent me a bunch of new Woodson whiskey bottles, and I'm saving one of them for when Seawood pulls up for the interview. So stay tuned. Yes, Seawood will definitely be back on the show here very soon. Let me see. Brave, I would love it, but I don't think that Mark's going to do that kind of interview. It'd be great. But, for him to even acknowledge that he watches our show is really dope. For those who don't know, he went up to Stu and said, I love your guys' show. You guys crack me up and all that good stuff. So Mark's definitely in tune with what we do over here at OLV Raiders Network. So he definitely watches the Graphk and Stu show, at least, that show. So it's dope. Let me see. Yeah, Grant has the tools, but yes, definitely has to develop, Small school guy. I definitely think that he can be a dog at the next level. Definitely. Let me see. JM, nothing yet on Colton's contract. I personally expect something to be done pretty soon, but we shall see. We shall see. But I think that they're going to be working on that now. The draft is over. We have $42 million somewhere along those lines to work with. I definitely think that we're going to take care of a few of our guys, whether it's Colton and Jacoby, or maybe you just pay Colton now and you go make a trade for Jalen Ramsey or whatever it is. And then you figure out the Jacoby contract later on down the line. I don't know, but I have a feeling that they're going to take good care of Colton Miller moving forward. One of the last Oakland Raiders on this roster. Salute to Rick, man. I appreciate you, man. He says, Graphk, I appreciate the content, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Content. Salute to my guy, Rick L, on the $10 smackaroonie. But let me get out of here, you guys. Salute to everybody that tapped in and watched the interview. Once again, if you didn't get an opportunity, run the show back. 30-minute interview with our new 4th-round wide receiver out of Tennessee, Dante Thornton Jr. He will be back on the platform at a later date, you guys. He's getting prepared in Phoenix, Arizona right now. He's training, and he will be in Vegas soon for rookie mini camp. So stay tuned for that. Everybody watching on Twitter, YouTube, love and appreciate you all. Let me get the hell out of here. I'm gone.
Jerome is coming up and he's going to blow the house out, but I had to get that in.